Hi, my name is Malik Abu Bakar, P144843, Executive Accounting Master Student at University Kebangsaan Malaysia. In this presentation, I will discuss main issue in my study case titled Perwaja Steel Senar Berhad. Perwaja Terengganu Senar Berhad was established in 1982 and then changed name to Perwaja Steel Senar Berhad as a joint venture between governments-owned Heavy Industry Corporation Malaysia (HICOM) and the Japanese company Nippon Steel Corporation, aiming to promote industrialization. The company started with paid-up capital of RM250 million with two major plants in Kemaman, Terengganu and Gurun, Kedah. The main issue, misappropriation of funds and loan. The company misused loan amounting USD 160 million, loan from a Japanese bank, Japanese Export Bank amounting yen 81.5 million, equivalent RM 850 million, to purchasing of parts which are not required by the company. 3. Perwaja direct reduced product were marketed via Singaporean commodity trading. 2. Financial fraud accounting. 1. Perwaja was blamed to be creating a beautiful account just to keep their share price high. Perwaja was caught to be performing doubtful transactions. They were making payments to non-existing shell companies. 3. Absence of external auditor from 1992 to 1995. Alarming lack of internal control. Doubtful contract amount RM 292 million. Misconduct in directorship. 1. The director was caught to be paying an amount RM 74.6 million to Japan and KK Corporation. Payment was made via Hong Kong-based company. The transaction without prior approval from the board of directors. 2. Conflict of interest. Mansion group of companies controlled by Eric Chia awarded RM 529 million for corruption in tender and awarding contract. 1. Payment to Japanese company named Toman as commission. They lost RM 74.6 million of the transaction. 2. Mahsan was rewarded a tender where no document regarding authorization from board of directors. 5W1H. Who is involved? Tan Sri Eric Chia. When this case happened, 1987 to 1997, where a steel factory worth RM 1 billion has been built in Terengganu to supply domestic need for steel. What happened? Perwaja faced production problem and was saddled with huge debt because the loan was in yen, which had risen significantly at the time. The interest payment had been higher. Why suddenly happened? Withdrawal of Nippon Steel from the project, leading production problem. How is the effect? The scandal led to the loss of billions of dollars, bankruptcy and the termination of 1,500 employees, impacting the economy and society at large. Proud diamond model. I segregate four segments: opportunity, capability, rationalization, and motivation. Opportunity. Eric Chia was suddenly offered by Tun Dr. Mahathir to manage Perwaja Steel Senar Berhad. Capability. Eric Chia was not capability to manage steel industry. Causing power was used to manage the company. Rationalization. Ignorance of corporate crime. No legal action taken to the directors make the company worse. Motivation. Government backups by inject public funds. What is the effect? Economics, legal, society and environment. 1. Misappropriation of funds and loan. Misuse of loan amounting USD 169 million loan from Japanese make interest rate were climbing high since yen was appreciating fast at that point of time. 2. Loss of 10 billion effect to nation in terms of tax. Repeated huge funding by government bodies and public funding. 1. An additional RM 2 billion has been invested from Bank Bumiputra, RM 860 million and KWSP 130 million. Perwaja faced near bankruptcy many times, whereby all this time government decided to inject huge funding. The result of it, more and more money were lost, not even small amount regained. 2. Loss of public confidence. No investor come in to invest. 3. Loss of public funds and banks get difficulties in cash flow. Legal action. No legal action taken the directors during the time. 1. Action taken until 2004 is too late. 2. Eric Chia was found guilty by the court. Social. Loss of jobs. Employee was sacked. Perwaja Steel Senar Berhad ceased operation and lay off all its 1,500 employees. Environment. Factory closed. Effect to the surrounding area, whereas the factory was not maintained. Procedure to address possible future fraud risks. 1. Strictly regulation. The business management should work together with government officials to establish regulatory practice that will reduce administrative discretion and will promote transparency that give efficient outcomes. A strong ethical environment also can be easily created by hiring more ethical and high standard of moral employees, including management staff. 2. Take legal action to settle the problem without no political interference and avoid taking or receiving bribes. Any violation of ethical guidelines should be investigated thoroughly and rules enforced without considering their political influences, national position or their past credibility. 3. Whistleblower policy implementation. This can be done by established whistleblower policy where this whistleblower will be anonymous and be protected. Whistleblower will be very helpful in order to prevent and detect of any corruption practices, as corruption is a very secretive activity and only those engaged to work with them are aware it. A strong internal control must be implemented by the management. The internal control, such authorization of company procedure and physical control over the company's asset and records are important elements for strong internal control. Conclusion. There is serious concern for Malaysian financial and economic stability as the number of fraud cases has increased dramatically in the last few years. For the purpose of creating efficient preventive and detection strategies, it is essential to comparing fraudulent activity. Further highlight the necessity of swift action and proactive measures to address this problem is the irreversible impact that fraud has on the Malaysian economy. Over the past 10 years, there has been a sharp rise in fraud cases in Malaysia, with financial fraud and investment scam seeing particularly high spike. A number of reasons including lack enforcement of regulation, low public awareness, and constantly changing tactics can be blamed for the increase. A significant element influencing the increase in fraud cases in Malaysia is absence of strong regulatory frameworks and enforcement. Financial fraud is on the rise as a result of financial institutions being under-monitored and under-supervised, which give thief access to system weakness. In addition, Malaysia's socio-economy has a big impact on the increase in fraud cases. The increasing disparity in income and the financial strain that many people experience foster an atmosphere that is ideal for scammers to take advantage of. People who are desperate for quick financial fix and who are lack financial literacy are more likely to become victims of different types of fraudulent schemes. Furthermore, the growing number of fraud cases in Malaysia can also be attributed to the interconnectedness of the world economy because international regulations are complex and cross-border financial transactions are easy. Fraudsters can operate across borders, making it difficult for authorities to effectively track and prosecute them. Thank you.